All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to sunny Phoenix. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Tough Truck Series back in action, and it's Phoenix Raceway tonight for 110 laps. This could be a challenge here, man. We got a big, fat, giant dogleg here tonight. It's race number 4 of the season. Who's got what it takes to bring home the victory here in Phoenix? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, a little trucks action for you tonight here at Phoenix. It's the Tough Truck Series, High Octane Racing League style. This is TurnLeftTV, and it's all live right here for you. All right, hey, thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. We got a good one for you tonight, man. Wow, the Tough Trucks in action. Like it's been a week or so since we've been live with the trucks, huh? A whole week? This is Phoenix Raceway tonight, 110 laps, and it's race number 5 of the season, not race number 4. Messed up. We get 30 seconds into the broadcast. Here we go. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, owner of High Octane Racing League. And I appreciate you joining us here tonight. This is Phoenix Raceway tonight, man. Going to be a fun one. We are jamming out. Wow, we got to turn that down a little bit so while the old people don't start yelling at me. Wait a minute, I'm old. Hey, thanks for joining us, man. We got a good one here for you tonight. A little Tough Trucks action here in a High Octane Racing League. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That is EliteHostingUSA.com. Not only servers, but how about some WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, or shared web hosting? No matter where you are in the world, EliteHostingUSA.com can provide you with a server in your area that will best suit your league's need. That's who provides our service here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Don't forget to join us over there. Browse around a little bit, see what we got going on as far as series are concerned, the schedule there as well. And then also, quick link to the Discord server. If you'd like to join us on Discord and do some racing with us, that's where we do our business as far as league management. So come on out and join us. Thanks so much for coming in and entertaining us with your presence tonight, huh? Little Phoenix Raceway tonight. Taking a look at the schedule here. This is race number 5. Last week at Dover, we had a great race. Charlotte Motor Speedway coming up next week. Oh, man, Charlotte, 100-lap race there on November the 7th. That's going to be a fantastic one. How about Iowa, too? I'm really excited about that track here with the trucks, man. I think they're going to be really, really good at that track. Texas, Nashville, and Bristol finishing out the season here. So, final race of the first half of the season coming up here tonight at Phoenix. Thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. I appreciate you being here tonight. And wow, I am so appreciative of people coming out, subscribing, but also watching those races. Don't forget there's some links in the description of this race. PayPal, the SimLab website. If you'd like to purchase something through SimLab, please use my link. I got a SimLab race rig myself, and I'm actually sitting in the thing right now broadcasting the race to you. I do my driving in that thing as well. Rock solid. I got a DD1 and GT2, BMW GT2 wheel rim, and I got my my inverted pedals, Fanatec inverted pedals on this bad boy as well. And I love it, man. So click on that link, help me out. I really appreciate your patronage, coming out and watching the races here on YouTube. And also, don't forget, man, hit that thumbs up button. Get these algorithms talking here with the TurnLeftTV stuff. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And make sure you smash the bell and let race updates when races are going live. More racing headed your way here, TurnLeftTV style. And that is at Phoenix in the High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Series, the Xfinity Series, race number 4 of that season. That's coming up on Friday, November the 3rd, 120-lap race from Phoenix. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Then on Saturday afternoon, Indy Road Course, race number 2 of the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. Good turnout last week, and who's got what it takes to bring home a 60-minute victory there at Indy Road Course? Live right here on TurnLeftTV, coming up on Saturday, November the 4th. And then, of course, the Saturday Night Thunder, kicking or finishing up the weekend the right way at Phoenix. 120-lap race in the Saturday Night Thunder. That's race number 3 of that season. And that's coming up on November the 4th. We call this Beat the Broadcaster Night. Come on out and whoop up on me. So a lot going on here at High Octane Racing League. Take a look at Silvio Cividini, 51 truck. We got about half a minute left before we go to qualifications. Get a couple chatters in here. Of course, you know who started off, right? You know who started off? There you go, the General, Givaldo Linares. Say good evening. Let's go for another one with the trucks. Good luck to all the participants, and good luck with the broadcast. And Claudio Bardelli Jr. also joining us in here. Man, he's got to be one of the favorites there to win that race. I'll tell you what, Givaldo's racecraft has really stepped it up, man. This guy is starting to get those top 5s, top 10s, easily top 10s. But, man, that guy is really stepping up the game. Take a look at the Givaldo there. Got him a High Octane Racing League hat. He's the only person in Brazil with a High Octane Racing League hat. How about that? Got some more of those hats we're going to be sending out here once things settle down for me a little bit. Get ready to go to the qualification session. Flipping it over there. While we wait for that to set up here, let's take a look at the track here at Phoenix. Just a little over a mile in length, 1.6 kilometers. Banking in the turns, or the 4 turns. Actually, I think they're 5 turns, man. Argue with me on that one. That dog leg is huge, baby. Turns 1 and 2, banking at 10, 11 degrees. Turns 3 and 4, roughly 8 to 9 degrees. Dog leg, 10 to 11 degrees. I told you, man, the dog leg, it's all hiked up right there. That thing will just reach out and bite you, too. So, definitely some banking here to be concerned about. Dog leg's got a significant. I think it's a 5-turn track. You can argue with me all day long, but I ain't changing my mind. This is Phoenix. Yeah, very unique track. That's what's hitting you in the face tonight. Looks like we are now in the qualification session. Take a look at Dan Chesmore. Take a look at his outlap, that 00 truck. Hey, wait a minute, Cliff is on Dennis's account. My gosh, what is going on here? Cliff is on Dennis's account. All right. I can't remember which one's older. Is it Cliff? Cliff is older than Dennis? Givaldo, the only one with an HORL cap in Brazil. That is absolutely true. And I tell you what, man, a tear came to my eye. Look at that, 27,608. Dan Chessmore. A tear came to my eye when I got that video from Givaldo, and I could see the appreciation in his face, man. That smile is classic right there. I showed that to all my friends. I said, this is why I do this stuff, for stuff like that right there. We get those that gratitude, that camaraderie, friends all over the world. Dennis is the other Cliff. I like that. So it looked like Chessmore the top time here so far. Gordon Carter right now second on the grid. How about that? Like he's finished up his. How about Claudio Bardelli Jr. and his outlap of that 19 truck? He's got to be one of the favorites to win this race as well. Yeah, man, we'll do what we can to get you an HORL cap out there in the Netherlands. Dennis is older than Cliff. Wow. So right now, Bardelli Jr. sliding up the track, made contact. Oh, man, he's still got a 27.716. Wow. Man, how in the world? Oh, he's making more contact there. Dipping below the yellow line is okay in the quals, but in the race, you got to stay above that yellow line in the dogleg. Bardelli Jr. second here. Can he inch up? Oh, 803. 27.803 on that one, so he's going to have to stick with that first lap. So Bardelli Jr. does qualify in P2. Not sure what that Neto is. Neto going out. Look like he is. Givaldo might be going out, though. Let's see where Givaldo's at. Waldo right now is 8th on the grid. Let's see if this lap number 2 for him is any better. Little bit slower than lap number 2. 28.374 for Givaldo. He's going to qualify 8th. Assuming the other guys here aren't going out. These guys will go through the drivers' meeting, I think, in the last half of this qualification session. Think about Silvio. I'm not sure if he's planning on going out. Looks like he's chilling. Vieira maybe chilling out as well. Neto, Gelson Neto. Good to see Gelson out, man. Haven't seen him in a long time. Well, I saw him yesterday, but other than that, we raced yesterday over at NASCAR VR. If you're interested in racing some trucks, man, NASCAR VR running a pretty good show on Monday nights. Racing starts at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in doing some truck racing, we had a good turnout last night, helping those guys out, and they're returning the favor for us tonight. Always got some great Brazilian friends, and they helped me cut my teeth in sim racing here at RF2, that's for sure. So it looks like quals have ended here, so we will, get our party started the right way. All right, looks like we're back. All right, man. We got about 40 seconds left here at the quals. Everybody's officially done, but we'll get the official results here as time runs out. And, man, don't forget the GT3 Series back in action on Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Race number 2 will be at Indy Road Course. I love this track. It's home for me. I live about 40 miles away from Indy, and I've been here many, many times. I've been to some GT3 races as well. So 60-minute race headed your way, hopefully live right here on TurnLeftTV. A little bit of a light turnout in race number 1, so hopefully we can get a better turnout. That was at Road America. Hopefully we'll have a little bit better turnout in race number 2 for them. All right, we got about 9 minutes left in the warm-up session, and let's take a look at the keys to the race here tonight. And we'll talk about point standings as well. Keys to the race here at, not Dover, what the hell? That's the wrong keys. We're not doing Dover, you silly thing. I had that set up. It was on the other race keys. We got that. We're ready. We're cool. There we go. We got it fixed. Race keys here at Phoenix. Got to respect the leg, baby. Respect the dog leg. Things tighten up there through that dog leg when you're side by side. Tire management. I think this thing gets snappy loose a little bit, even early in the run. Track position is going to be really, really important. Staying off that wall. I also, as I see the 87 car making a little contact there. Pit stops on point. You got to pit under green flag conditions. You got to pit going into turn 3 and using the apron. You can pit off of turn 4 under yellow flag conditions. And be patient here with this track. I think this track is a lot of fun. It's not super hard to drive. It's just a unique track with a dog leg. But I tell you what, man, it's going to be a lot of fun here. You got to stay above that yellow line, too, in the dog leg. So that makes things a little bit more, what do you want to say, tighter? A little tighter going through that portion of the track. And we will take a look at the point standings. I'm pretty sure. I think I might have not messed that up here. We'll see. Point standings coming into tonight's race. Oh, you see, I didn't mess it up here. Here we go. In P1, Claudio Bardelli Jr. got a 10-point lead over Sean Jenkins. Dan Chesmore sits in third. Franco Alvarez fourth. John Stanley fifth. Gordon Carter sixth. Dennis Udichin seventh. Where's old Dennis at tonight? And Givaldo Spindola 8th, Jomar Peixoto 9th. I think Tim Lansbury has dropped out of the series, so he's currently shown in the 10th position. But that'll be it for him, I believe. He's no contact, so we'll be making some adjustments there. Archer Vieta sets 11th, Steve Pierce 12th, Ed Palumbo 13th, Tiago Lopez 14th, Flavio Arujo is 15th. You see Jim Willis, Jesus Iglesias, Tiago Gomez, Todd Robillard, and Dan Richter rounding out the top 20. We'll take a look at 21 through 25, and again, some of those guys have dropped out of the series, so we won't need to worry about them anymore. About 6 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series will also be at Phoenix coming up on November the 3rd. That's Friday night. Race number 4 of the season, 120-lap race in the Xfinity Series. Great series. A lot of fun. Good size fields in this series. And hopefully we'll have a good race there on Friday night. 4 minutes left to go in the warm-up session. Gelson Neto here joining us, man. Good to see him in the 99. Had a little chance to race with him last night at NASCAR BR. So enjoy, really nice guy, man. You know, known him for a little while. Racing in Cha-Cha's leagues as well. Gelson in the 99 truck here tonight. Silvio Cividini. Raced with him quite a way back. I think we might have raced even in NASCAR Total, if I remember correctly. Benor Silva. How about that, man? There's some Brazilian royalty right there in the 87 truck joining us. Good to see Benor out. Always enjoy watching him race. Also racing alongside. Well, I usually race from the back. I'm usually following Benor Silva, I'll be honest with you. So we get about 2.5 minutes left to go, I think. Well, I'm going to have to get my pick in here. I am going to go with I'm picking Dan Chesmore to win this race. I think Dan Chesmore might have it here in that Farm and Fleet. Blaine's Farm and Fleet Chevy. He's got some laps here early. And it might have the winning formula. He's going to have his work cut out for him tonight, man. Claudio Bardelli Jr., Benor Silva, Arthur Vieta. My heavens, man. Silvio here as well. You got Flavio. Gordon Carter. He's been inching up there, up the grid as well. Sean Jacobs. Man, there's a lot of guys out here winning. John Stanley, my heavens, man. You got to be kidding me. Oh, look at that. He's gotten all cocky right there. Claudio Bardelli Jr. picking himself to win. Wow. Claudio Bardelli Jr. picking himself to win and picking his nose. Good luck to you, Claudio, tonight. So here we go, boys and girls. Let's get this party started. This is actually race number 5, but this is Phoenix, 110 lap race tonight. And we are now ready to rock and roll. So getting this party started the right way. All right, let's take a look at the starting order here. Whoa! Dan Chesmore starts P1. Claudio Bardelli Jr. starts in the second position. Gordon Carter starts third. Benor Silva starts fourth. John Stanley will start in the fifth position. Starting in sixth will be Sean Jacobs. Julio Caligari starts in the seventh spot. Starting in eighth will be Givaldo Spindola. Gilmar Peixoto ninth. Silvio Cividini 10th. Arthur Vieta starts in the 11th position. And Gelson Neto starts in P12. Starting in the 13th position will be Flavio Arujo. So Dan Chesmore, the pole setter here tonight. My pick to win this race. He's got a great ability to make setups, man. Hopefully we get some good green flag laps in us here. Pace car off the track. Here we go. Getting ready to head to green flag conditions here at Phoenix.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Chesmore gets a good start there. Bardelli Jr. pretty conservative on that start in that 19 truck. Already somebody up the track a little bit. Move back here, take a look at Gilmar in the 83 truck on the outside line, running on the inside line, running in that 18 truck. Gilmar Peixoto as a 68 of Giulio Caligari just ahead. Gilmar there taking it really, really easy in that 18 truck. On the outside, Givaldo in that 83. 51 also looking to get around as well. Right now, Dan Chesmore, the 00, leading the field. Getting a little racy here back to the back. Archer Vieta wants to get ahead of those guys. Vieta in that 14 truck, side by side with Givaldo in the 83. The 51, Silvio Cividini, also in this mix. And Archer Vieta climbing up the track there through the tri-oval. Take a look at Silvio Cividini there, starting to put a little pressure on Archer Vieta. Now Benor Silva running in P3 just behind Claudio Bardelli Jr. The 87 looking pretty strong here tonight. So Benor Silva in the 87 running in P3. Claudio Bardelli Jr. running in P2. Gordon Carter running in the 4th position. John Stanley just behind him in that 12 truck running in P5. A little Chevy versus Ford action there. And now you start to see Sean Jacobs down on the inside. John Stanley in that 12 up on the outside line. And the 23 truck that is Sean Jacobs is in tonight. He's got a paint scheme, but it's not showing up for some reason. We're doing skin transfers until we get a car set going. That 23 now picking up a spot as John Stanley falls back to the 6th position. Sean Jacobs in P5. Giulio Caligari trying to climb up under the back of these guys. He's in the 68 truck here tonight. Giulio running in the 7th position. Giulio, one of those nice guys, man. I mean, this guy will give you a lot of room out on the track if you catch him. He's not real aggressive with the passes and so forth. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He just kind of gets out there, makes it happen. And right now, running in P7. The guy that's coming up behind him, though, is Archer Vieta in that 14 truck. You know Vieta wants to get to the front, and Silvio Cividini trying to follow him in that 51. Those guys running in the 8th and 9th positions, respectively. Take a look at the Gelson Neto here making some laps in the 12th truck. Excuse me, the 12th position in the 99 truck. Right now running in P12, just behind him is Flavio Arujo in that 11 truck. Couple Toyotas out there tonight. A lot of Toyotas, man. Dan Chesmore up there up front in the in the Chevy. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. He does some great job on paint schemes. My gosh, man, this guy can paint cars. jumped right in and made it happen here. And we got a really, really nice looking truck now out of here on the track in that 00. 19 starting to run him down, though, as Bardelli Jr., also the 87, and Benor Silva, both those guys have caught of the 00. We're going to see some really close racing here. And it looks like 83, Gilmar, Givaldo and Gilmar here battling it out. Gilmar's up in that 18 truck. Givaldo in the 83 gets by. So picking up a spot. And Givaldo now up in the top 10. Caligari might have now used his stuff up a little bit in that 68 truck, the 14. Artur Vieta and also Silvio Cividini in the 51. Trying to get around Giulio Caligari. Caligari up on the outside line, that 68, going to let those guys go. That's what I was saying, man. Talking about Giulio Caligari. I mean, this guy, he realizes when the go time is. And he realizes this is an early in the run here. We're only 13 laps in. There's no use in those guys coming up on you of trying to fight them and hold them back. And right now, he is running in the 9th position. Good top 10 run here for him. But Vieta and Cividini get by. Look at this battle here, this battle for the lead. As a 19, Claudio Bardelli Jr. got a big win last night over at NASCAR BR in the trucks. And he's going to take the lead. So now Dan Chesmore following. Oh, no, Dan Chesmore says, no, I don't think so. I'm going to try to get by. Chesmore says he wants the lead, but right now the 19 looks a little stronger, able to hold off that 00. Good, clean attack right there by Chesmore. Diving down to the inside to see if he can make it happen. Good battle there. We'll take a look here. The 14 and the 12. Artur Vieta on the outside line. That 12 truck got a little squirrely. Going off the turn through the dog leg, and it looks like Vieta's going to get that spot. And I'll tell you what, John Stanley got a whole lot of work underneath him right now, that 12. Stanley Tools Fat Max, number 12 truck. And he is running in the 7th position as Artur Vieta has now climbed up to P6. Take a look at that pass again here, but we want to look at John Stanley's aspect of this. Look at that. That thing gets a little bit wiggly right there. And then he slides way up the track. Not a great corner entry there. He just had a bad angle in that corner entry, but he makes the best of it. But, man, that thing got wiggly on him bad. We got more battling here up at the race lead. Look at this, man. Dan Chesmore says, I'm going to go to the high side, give you a little taste of your own medicine. And he and Bardelli Jr. are side by side, and that's exactly what that 87 truck wants to see. That 87 truck has Benor Silva. He says, you guys go ahead, use your stuff up here, and I'm going to pounce. Benor Silva in the 87 running in P3, so a great three-way battle here happening. So here we go, the 14 truck. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Got a yellow flag here as we catch up in the 00. Has gotten back around. And it looks like Vieta might have come around here. I'm not sure. Let's take a look and see what happened. See the 14. He gets a little bit loose right there, and there's contact. Oh, Gordon Carter. Oh, and he comes back across the track, and I think John Stanley might have lost his engine on that. So more contact there. So Vieta. Oh, man, the 11 truck also gets in there. Gelson Neto retires his machine. sure what happened here. Let's take a look. So the 14, it looked like he just got loose right there and tried to save that. The 23 gets into the back of him. That is Sean Jacobs right there, the 56. And then right across the track right here into the 12 truck. And then boom. And then Neto coming full speed there. I think he might have killed his engine. It's like 2 cars out of the race there, 2 trucks out of the race. Poor John Stanley. That car is blown up. And it looked like Vieira had just gotten loose. And we'll go here and take a look at John Stanley's view. Oh, man. And I'll tell you what, he hits the truck pretty hard, and that thing's on fire at that point. He gets slammed there. Neto gets into him. Gelson Neto here. He's getting around this corner, and he sees really nowhere to go for him. I mean, there's just trucks everywhere. He's trying to miss one. He gets into the other. And our first caution flag here on lap 20. Some of those guys got around. But Vieira actually came around there, it looked like. Yeah, that truck was sideways. And then Sean had nowhere to go. Got into the back, and Gordon Carter smacked him right there, too. And then you see 51 gets up into the wall, and then he's trying to hold on. The 14 gets back up into the 12. And the 68 truck gets through, but man, that 18 truck, wow, he barely clipped the 14. And 11 also a little contact there for him. So we're getting some guys on pit lane right now. Flavio outside here. So the 11 coming down pit lane after getting his lap led. That's going to give the 00 a chance here. So we got a couple guys that got hit on that. Neto and Stanley have retired from the race. Tough break there for him. Those guys, man, that was a hard lick, especially for John Stanley. Neto, well, I should say Neto too, because Neto came around and couldn't miss John Stanley. Hard contact there in the doghouse. So the 00 of Dan Chesmore is the race leader. Claudio Bardelli Jr. shown in second. Benner Silva third. Silvio Silvadini is fourth. Sean Jacobs in fifth. Getting ready to go back green here really shortly. So the rule is in this league that if you cause the caution flag, you got to drive down pit lane here and start at the end of the longest line. And you see the 14 truck doing that. The truck definitely got loose there, and Jacobs really didn't have anywhere to go. And now here we go, getting ready to go back green. Chesmore, Bardelli Jr. rekindling that battle. Chesmore on the inside, Bardelli Jr. the 19 up on the outside line. You see Silvadini and Silva side by side there in the second row. Here we go. Pace car's off. Going back to green. start lap 24, I believe.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green. Chessmore, another good jump there on the start. This is a little bit of worry here now as you guys... Oh, Bardelli Jr. up the track. A little bit of worry as you start to bunch these guys back up again. They got to sort it out in that first run. And how we are bunched back up and guys fighting for a position. We're looking at something maybe 3 wide here if we're not careful. On board here with Vieta as he's in that back, serving that penalty. Flavio behind him. Flavio running in the 11th position on board here with Vieta. Looking at the 18. Gilmar Peixoto drifted up the track a little bit. Just ahead of him is Giulio Caligari in the 68 truck. Caligari, that's 68. Right now running in the 8th position. Another one of those Toyotas. A lot of Toyotas in the field here. There's a lot of these guys running the default trucks. Got a couple custom skins out there. Man, I'll tell you what, Giulio starting to give it a look here on the 83. Givaldo in that 83 truck running in the 7th position. Giulio running in P8. Starting to get a little active up here. Take a look here. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. 18 truck diving down to the inside. He's going to get around the 14. So Gilmar Peixoto getting around that 14 truck. Now taking over P9. Archie Vieta back to the 10th position. Dan Chessmore is the leader. He's got the 19. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in tow, followed closely by Silvio Cividini and Benor Silva. Silvio had gotten by on the start. Silvio's on the outside line. Take a look at this, the 87 on the inside line. This is on that restart. And I think Silvio got a little bit better start than Benor Silva, and he was able to get around. It'll take a little bit longer than I thought. Not worth it. No, it wasn't. What's going on? Not worth it. 00 has got a whole lot of company out of that 19 truck. These guys have had a really intense battle here tonight. And the 19 down on the inside. Oh, pitching him down a little bit. It's that 00, that Blades Farm Fleet Chevy pitching that Toyota down. And now Cividini in this mix in that 51 truck. Looking out of the front of his truck. He's trying to figure out who to go with. And oh, boy. Dan Chessmore not giving the 19 truck any room right there to pull off that pass. They're side by side across the start-finish line. I think Chessmore's got that one. But I'll tell you what, man, these guys getting after it here. On board here with Silvio Cividini. He's got a ringside seat for this action. Cividini up to the high line now, going to play that middle row, but he's got some company here. He can't go down to the low line because there's someone. Benor Silva in this action. Benor Silva now. Oh, boy, these guys getting after it. I'll tell you what, the leaders, too, getting after it here. It's going to be a little paint rubbing here. Oh, there might be some paint rubbing right there between the 19 and the 00. 19, I think I'd just back off. Let him have it for now. And that's exactly what he does. He may go and try to go up to the high line. And he's set himself up. He uses that stuff up. He's going to set himself up for Benor Silva to take advantage of that. Silva, that Ford F-150. He's running in the 87 truck tonight. Running in P3. Yeah, that 19 had to get out of the gas. He got up on the wall just a little bit. Close to the wall. It may not have made contact, but he sure was close. And Benor Silva to the inside. Silva says, hey, let me get by and have a crack at that Dan Chessmore machine. These guys are side by side. Oh, Cividini might have hit the outside wall. Cividini might have made contact there with the outside wall. Let's take a look here as I watch Cividini at 51. He's down to the inside right here, and I think he ends up smacking the wall. As he's watching this action. This guy's getting after it. He's down on that low side. And he might have made contact with the wall right there. smack of the wall is that 51 truck. Easy to do, especially coming out of that tri-oval area. Right now, Dan Chesmore appears to have won that battle for now. And he's opened up about a half a second lead over Claudio Bardelli Jr. Benor Silva not able to complete that pass. He drops back or falls back to that third position. Silvio Cividini running in P4. Sean Jacobs in the fifth position. Take a look at the Sean Jacobs in the 23 truck tonight. He does have a custom skin, but not able to get that to show up. And Franco Alvarez did that skin for him. Not able to get that show up here, so we'll have to figure out what's going on with that. So he's in the 19 truck tonight. Or excuse me, the 29 truck tonight, or 23 truck. My God. I got it. Gordon Carter, Givaldo Spindler here having a little bit of a battle. Givaldo in that 83 truck, 56 high place moving sponsor machine. Running in P6. You see that 83 starting to flirt around on the inside, so good little battle here. Go back up here and look at Silvio Cividini running in P4. Probably a little right side damage there for him. And I'll tell you what, man, Benor Silva and Claudio Bardelli Jr. are having a good little battle here. Now Silva's decided to go to the high line and give it a shot. And he may be taking advantage of the fact that Bardelli Jr. raced pretty hard to try to get around Dan Chesmore, was not able to pull it off. Here we are on lap 38, and Benor Silva all over the back of that 19 truck. Givaldo Spindle in the 83. Look at this. Givaldo to the inside, making a move here on the 56 truck. And the Silverados battling it out, and right now Givaldo going to pick that up at that 83, so he is now up to P6. He is fast right now. Givaldo in the 83 Spring Rates sponsored Chevy. It's by Gordon Carter. Carter now back to the 7th position. Arthur Vieta and Giulio Caligari. Caligari in his 68. Arthur Vieta here climbing back up the grid, and he had some pretty significant damage to that 14 truck, so he's trying to salvage a good finish here. He's running in P8. Caligari now falls back to the 9th position. Chesmore continuing to lead in that Farm and Fleet sponsor machine. Tell you what, Vieta's still making some more moves here. Vieta now starting to pick up some steam in this 14 truck, getting by the 56. Down on the inside, he's going to complete that pass on Gordon Carter. Carter now back to P8. Vieta back up to the 7th spot, so he's starting to climb up the grid. He might set his sights on that 83. Chesmore right now has about a 0.6 of a second lead over P2, and that is Claudio Bardelli Jr. You see about 0.6 separate the two of those guys. Bardelli Jr. running in P2. Silva is 3rd, Cividini 4th, Jacobs in 5th. Vieta, Spindola, Carter, Caligari, and Peixoto rounding out the top 10. Might have been a little contact to the outside wall for that 0-0. Can't do that too many times. That 19 will be there to pounce. Dan Chesmore solid at this track, man. He likes these trucks. He knows how to set up a truck. And he might have made some contact with the outside wall. Now 5/10. So Bardelli Jr. has closed in here in the last few laps. Here we are 44 laps in, approaching halfway. 10 laps away from halfway here in this race. Chessboard, Bardelli Jr., Silva. About a second, 1.2 seconds separate the two of those guys. Now, closer to a second now. Sean Jacobs here trying to move up the grid here, and what the hell truck is he in? 23 truck. Getting around Silvio Cividini. Cividini trying to do that cutback on him. Not able to do it. And Sean Jacobs in the 23 now picks up the 4th position. Silvio falls back to P5. Jacobs opened up a little bit of a gap there on Cividini. Not sure it's 6/10. Cividini there making contact with that outside wall, so definitely some issues there for Cividini. Might have used his stuff up here early in this run, trying to hang with those guys. 51 now starting to get a little bit tight. This thing's tightening up front, and wow, man, we're down to just under 2/10, or around 2/10 of a second. So the 00 and the 19 tightening up. It was about a half a second when we last checked, and it's starting to get a little closer here. Now climbing back up. Chessboard might be letting those tires cool off a little bit now, extending that lead. Take a look at Flavio Arujo in the 11 truck. He is the tail end of that lead lap, running in the 11th position. Good to see Flavio out. Takes about 29 seconds, maybe, somewhere around 28 or 27, 28, 29 seconds to get around this joint. So he's got a little wiggle room. João Peixoto up ahead of him in the 18 truck, running in the 10th position. Gordon Carter here making a pass on that 83. Remember, the 83 had gotten around him. Now the 56 says, I'll take that spot there. And I thought it was a little bit of a wave by. I think I heard Givaldo say, hey, go ahead. And he realized that Gordon Carter was faster and let him have that spot. And that is smart driving right there. There's a couple benefits to that. We take a look at Givaldo. There's a couple benefits to that. Not to say that you're looking for this, but number one, if a guy's faster than you, there's no reason burning up your stuff trying to race the guy if he's run you down. Secondly, that guy's going to remember when you've let him by. You've waved him by, said, go ahead and get around me, because he's going to return the favor to you. Maybe not this race, but somewhere down the line, he's going to remember that. And I would say Gordon Carter definitely going to remember that. So, Givaldo, not his motivation for doing that. He realizes that Gordon Carter's faster, and he's going to let him go. Take a look at here, Archie Vieta in the 14, climbing back up here, man. He had some pretty significant contact earlier. Now getting around Cividini. Cividini in the 51 truck now falling back to P6 as the 14. Archie Vieta picking up that spot. So Vieta now back up to P5 as Cividini falling back to P6. Go back up here and look at our race leader as he's got some company out of Claudio Bardelli Jr. These guys have had a vigorous battle here tonight. We approach halfway. We might be seeing some green flag pit stops here before long. Hopefully Dennis makes some adjustments and can come out and race with us. I don't know if, if you, we don't change times here in the United States anymore, or at least in my part of the country, we don't change times. I think they did away with all of it, but I know we used to spring forward, fall back, and also, that type of thing, but we're not doing that anymore, thank heavens. So the 00 and the 19 battling it out here for the lead once again. It took a little while for the 19 to close back up on Dan Chesmore, but he is there. Some more great battling here between the Chevy and the Toyota. And we can't forget about who's in P3, and that is Ben Silva in the 87 truck. Here we are 57 laps in, and we got a three-way battle for the front. Sean Jacobs might get up here and make it a party. He's running in P4, and Art Vieta closing in on him. So he's going to have to deal with that 14 truck coming up from behind. Take a look at Art Vieta running in the 5th position. Battling back from contact earlier. He had to do start at the end of the longest line, and now he's got a fast truck underneath him. As the 23 going to let him go. So now Art Vieta getting by as the 23 has to tuck in. That is Sean Jacobs in the 23 truck. So Art Vieta making that pass, now moving back up to P4. Back up here to Ben Silva in the 87 truck. Got a little bit of lap traffic in between those guys. And Flavio in that 11 truck let those guys go. So he is now one lap down in the lucky dog position. We are past halfway. 60 laps in, and we got a good battle up front here with Chesmore now trying to get around some lap traffic. That is Gilmar Peixoto in the 18 truck. Probably getting that blue flag. Let those guys go. You see him going way over to the left to let these two trucks go and fight it out. And again, that is just good racing etiquette right there by Gilmar Peixoto. We'll take a look at Gilmar in that Safe Light sponsor number 18. Oh, man. Took his eyes off the 8-ball there. Maybe he knew he was on TV. Just ahead here on the track, Ben Silva. Silva's got to be a little gun shy right now. Try to figure out how he's going to get by safely as he's up on the high line. He's wanting to make sure he clears that 18 truck, and he does. And now we've got a battle here up front for the lead. As Bardelli Jr. has gotten around Chesmore. Let's take a look at that replay at that pass. Bardelli Jr. says, I'm going to try the high side. He knows Dan Chesmore's been up there on that high side fighting him. 19 was down on the low side earlier, not able to really capitalize on that. And now goes back up to the high side and makes that pass. So waited and got around the 00. This battle ain't over here. The 19 got around. Oh, he might have made a little contact with the wall. Maybe a little mirror driving right there. The 19 making contact. And we might have a crash there as we were watching a little replay. There might have been a little crash. So we were watching a little bit of a replay there, but it looked like Bardelli Jr. might have been involved in that. And Chesmore. Let's take a look. So, oh, right there, man, the 19 sideways. And we saw that earlier with the Artervieta. And, wow, no damage really. Or maybe just a little incidental. See what happened to the 00. See, he cannot miss it right there. And he makes a little contact with him. He's going to have a little right front damage. And able to get around with minimal issues. And we'll go on here with Benner Silva and take a look out of the front of his machine. Right there, just a little clip of the 19. And just got a little loose. It's got a little loose right here. You see the 19. Watch this. He's going to counter steer. Look at that. I mean, that thing is floating, and then he's going to get tagged right there. Just nowhere for the 00 to go. As we watch this again, take a look in slow-mo right here as this truck breaks loose. Chessboard trying to avoid. He has a full head of steam, gets into the back. He's going to the right to try to get around. Gets into the back and barely clips that 19 truck. And we get our second caution flag. So we're getting some pit stops happening here. As Dan Chessmore on pit lane. Take a look at our side-by-side view here as Sean Jacobs on pit lane as well. Dan Chessmore finishing up his pit stop. Sean Jacobs now maybe he's going to gain a position here. We'll see. Right now showing him in the 6th spot. And Gilmar Peixoto staying out to lead a lap here. We'll take a look at Gilmar. Going to get his laps led here tonight. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series will be back in action this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Indy Road Course for race number 2 of an 8-race season. As you see Gilmar Peixoto making his pit stop. And that's coming up at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully, keep our fingers crossed here. We'll be able to broadcast that. A lot of things going on behind the scenes that might keep me from doing that. But nonetheless, come on out and support those guys. And get out and race with us, man. We've had a lot of people enjoy our GT3 series at High Octane Racing League. It looks like Chessmore back up to the race lead there as Benner Silva shown in the 2nd position. Bardelli Jr. is going to have to do that that end of longest line penalty. Now, it looks like Chessmore is elected to take the inside line. That puts the 87 of Benner Silva up on the outside line. It's always a little bit of worrisome when you got a situation where you're going to go back green. And especially as you're looking at the back half of this race, you start thinking to yourself, oh, should I get aggressive here on this back half, or should I keep it as is. All right, safety car is off, and you have Chesmore and Silva side by side. Vieta and Jacobs side by side there in second row.
Green flag, green flag.
Carter
Go, go, go.
Cividini also in row 3. And Chesmore, another good start there for him. 87 of Benor Silva running on that outside line. Got a little challenge there maybe from Arthur Vieta in the 14. 87 there holding on to P2. We got a good battle here with Gordon Carter and Silvio Cividini. Those guys getting after it. Gordon Carter right now holding on to the 5th position here on this restart. Sean Jacobs running in P4, and Gordon Carter looking on the bottom side, giving it a peek, and he's going to have to do a little protect there because the 51's got a head of steam too. Cividini got might have got into the 56 car. Got the 56, hold on.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, the 56 comes around. And wow, 56 comes around. And it looked like Cividini might have gotten into the back of him. We'll take a look and see what happened here. So it might have been, oh, there was some contact right there with Cividini. Oh, and he almost got into the 23 truck. And then it looks like the 83, Givaldo might have clipped. The 19, oh, does he sneak through? He does. My God, did you see that? The 19 truck able to slip through that. My heavens, on board here with the 19. Watch this. Slips through. Look at that. That is incredible. It's like the 18 took a hard slide. Wow, that was incredible, man. That was incredible. Givaldo, he might have, look at this, man. Watch this. He's going to end up getting caught with this right here, on board here with him. And then, oh, contact right there. And the 19 is able to slip through. Take a look out of the back of Cividini's truck. And, wow, man, I'll tell you what. Bardelli Jr., I don't know how he was able to get through that, but he did. This action unfolding, and he goes down to, I think he was going down to avoid the 83. He saw the 56 coming back around. There was contact there with the 83 truck, and 19 able to slip through. Wow. He's got the rabbit's foot, man. What a lucky driver there. It looked like Cividini might have gotten into the back. Now, we're catching this a little bit late here, but Cividini in the 51 got into the back of Gordon Carter right here, clipped him, and then he goes for a ride. He goes for a ride, and then contact there with Givaldo. All right. Well, you know, the caution flag there, and not completely surprised at that one. Nothing intentional there. Just got into the back of another car. So longest line penalty coming up here for anybody that calls the caution flag. We have longest line penalties. So now the Gordon Carter's got Ben Silva, Archie Vieta, Sean Jacobs, and, Bardelli Jr. is his 7th. He had to avoid, but he did come down pit lane, I think, and take some fresh tires. He's now back out in P7. So he's got a little work to do here. We're looking at going back green here, maybe lap 76. Get the Saturday Night Thunder coming up on Saturday, 4 November, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, race number 3 of the season, and they'll be at Phoenix in the Cup Cars. So this series has been going on for 22 years, man, since 2001. The Saturday Night Thunder, 120 laps from Phoenix coming up this Saturday. So now it looks like the 87 on the high line here with Dan Chesborough warming up those tires in at 00. On the inside line at Blaine's Farm and Fleet sponsored Chevy. One of our Wisconsin drivers. So there are more racetracks in Wisconsin in that state than there are any other state in the United States. And he used to race late models and just got a big win being the crew chief for late models team. In a huge race up in Wisconsin, and they won the whole daggone thing. How about that, man? So that tells you what kind of talent Heath has, as well as that driver driving that car for him. Here we go. Back to green here. 00 and the 87. Side by side. 14's back up there in that inside row in P3.
Go, go, go.
Back to green. You got to really start thinking about that 14 truck as he has worked his way up through the field. He's been helped a little bit from the caution flags. The 87 also here looking strong. 87, Ben Silva. Somebody smoking, it looks like. Somebody smoking here, maybe Cividini, not sure. Smoke coming out from a truck. Not sure who that was. Oh, it looks like the 18 smoking. Not sure how long that's going to last for the 18 truck, but that truck is smoking. That is Giomar Peixoto. Might have gotten that truck back, cooled back down. Take a look at the side-by-side here as Gilmar running in the 10th position. Dan Chesborough is the leader here on lap 78. Ben Silva in tow. It's about a 10th back. Starting to peek around on the outside. Running in P2. Archie Vieta up to the 3rd position. Bardelli Jr. is 4th. Sean Jacobs running in P5. On board here with Ben Silva. Take a look at Dan Chesborough ahead. We're on board here on that right side screen with Ben Silva, who's our 2nd place machine. Dan Chesborough, the leader here in the 00 truck. or 30 laps to go, so we're starting to wind it down here. You're going to have to get what you get here pretty soon. Cividini and Gilmar Peixoto. Remember, Peixoto had that truck overheating a little bit. That may have affected the engine performance there of Cividini getting around. And Peixoto now back to the 10th position as Cividini takes over P9. And he had a pretty strong truck earlier. Now he's going to have to play catch-up here from the 9th position. And, laps are winding down. Let's take a look at Artur Vieta here running in the 3rd position. Is not really being able to chip away at the front two. And he may have found maybe the limit on that truck. He's able to work his way up through the field and taking advantage of a few caution flags to get himself some good track position. But now we've got to rely on the performance of that truck, and he took a really, really hard hit earlier in this race. Nardelli Jr. running in the 4th position in the 19 truck. And a great battle with Chesmore earlier. Now he's hoping maybe he can get back up there and rekindle that. Chesmore has really been strong. Gordon Carter and Silvio Cividini here battling it out. Also, you see the 68 is Giulio Caligari. Caligari here running in the 7th position. And look at that battle there as Silvio Cividini trying to get around Gordon Carter. Carter in the 56 car truck just behind Cividini. Cividini hard into the outside wall. Lots of focus there. That truck went straight up into the wall. Wow, man, that was a hard lick there by Cividini. Take a look at Cividini here. He's on the inside trying to get around Gordon Carter. But it's a great race here. Little Chevy versus Toyota. Cividini goes back up to the high side. I don't know when he takes his eye off the 8 ball here for a second, but goes way down to that inside line. He's going to really have a kind of a bad exit here and slam on the outside wall. And he's going to do some damage to the truck there. And so we go back up here and look at Chesmore. Oh, we're getting a word that maybe the 18 truck might have spun, but he's coming down pit lane. Doesn't come all the way around. Not hearing anything. Any caution flag? No caution flag. The 18 spun. Oh, my heavens, man. The 18 spun that truck and now brings himself down pit lane. Why in the heck that caution flag didn't come out? Maybe because he was so far off track. We're taking a look here. He's trying to, he missed pit lane right there. He got a pit going into turn 3, and he missed pit lane, and then the thing spins. And he does not bring out a caution. That is great news for the race leaders. And Flavio now, the 11 truck, going to gain a spot here. He's now up to P10. Let's go back up here and look at Giulio Caligari. He has got a battle on his hands in that 68 truck, the 56, also the 51. 83, Givaldo in this mix too. It looks like Cividini might be smoking a little bit. That truck overheating just a little bit, it looks like. And the 68 of Giulio Caligari holding on to that spot. Those guys getting after it. Good battling here as Cividini diving down to the inside. Wow, this is getting serious. Gordon Carter and Silvio Cividini here mixing it up. And Cividini to the inside is going to get around Gordon Carter. Gordon Carter on this outside line now trying to figure out a way to try to do a crossover move. Cividini gets around. How about this? Artur Vieta battling the 87 of Bernard Silva. Artur Vieta showing some muscle here in that 14 truck, getting around Bernard Silva, taking over P2 and setting his sights on Dan Chesmore, our leader. Here we are winding down the laps as Chesmore says, man, I can hold on here. Chesmore doesn't have much damage to that machine, I don't think, but it's, I think Vieta took a pretty hard hit earlier. It's 5/10 down. Does he have enough time to be able to close in here on Chesmore? Gordon Carter and Silvio Cividini getting around Giulio Caligari. Caligari on the inside. Gordon Carter in a high place moving sponsor machine. Caligari not going to fight him. And Caligari going to give up a couple spots there. is I think Bardelli Jr. might get around the 87. That 87 might have used his stuff up here. And it looks like the 19 and the 87 here fighting it out. We're starting to wind down the laps here, man. Guys are trying to get everything they can. And the 19 getting around the 87. Ben Silva falling back to the 4th position as Bardelli Jr. picks up P3. Giulio Caligari. Silvio Cividini having some more trouble. Caligari, oh, he's sneaking through there. My heavens. Giulio Caligari, Silvio Cividini battling it out. Couple Toyotas. And I don't know what happened to Silvio. Take a look here as Silvio oh, right there, contact with Givaldo. That's what it was, contact, as Gordon Carter has to battle to pick up that position, but he does. And it looked like there was a little bit of battle there with Givaldo, according to my recollection of that. Take a look at Givaldo. In the 83, Silvio drifted up the track a little bit right there. Just contact with the 83 truck. And Silvio does a good job of keeping wrecking that thing. But Givaldo up on the wheel and holding on to it. Givaldo running into 7th position. So Givaldo trying to bring this truck home, and then 83, Cividini giving it another shot here. Giulio Caligari in this mix as well. Wow. It's getting crazy busy here. Givaldo's scraping it off the wall. These guys getting after it. What fun here. Great battling there. Givaldo going to give up that spot. And now the 68, Giulio Caligari going to try to get around. Sandwiched in between Cividini and Caligari is Gilmar Peixoto. Excuse me, Givaldo. I don't know why I've been confusing those guys tonight. Gilmar is on pit lane. Givaldo is in the 83. There you go. I'll figure it out. Givaldo. Go back up here, that 00 truck. He has got a whole lot of the 14, and he's starting to get a little bit loose there. You see the 14 took advantage of that. Dan Chesmore, the 00 truck, got a little bit loose. That truck was sideways, and the 14 capitalized on that. Got side by side here with Dan. Dan's using the outside to try to get a little extra speed. Little extra speed there as those guys trying to wind down here, trying to figure out who's going to win this race. We take her side by side here as we take a look at the battle for the race lead. Also, Givaldo Spindola and Giulio Caligari getting after it. We're approaching 10 laps to go. You know, Vieta, one of the most patient drivers out there, man. He's got a lot of wins. He's not going to get too cagey here. But you've always got the unknown. When you're racing against somebody you've really not raced with enough to kind of figure out how they drive. Look at that battle there. Giulio Caligari and Givaldo getting after it on that right side screen. And Givaldo now falling back to the 9th position as Caligari picking up that spot. So Caligari now in P8. That battle may not be over there. Givaldo might be getting back after it here, and that's that 9th position. That ain't what we want to see. Claudio Bardelli Jr. climbing up into this groove too, and now you see the 14 of Artur Vieta going to the high side. He saw Dan Chesmore using that outside line, and Artur Vieta says, hey, I think I'm faster than he is, and I'm going to use the outside, and he does, and he gets around. So now Artur Vieta taking the lead. Chesmore, the 00, got to watch it. He gets up into the outside wall, contact there for the 00. Vieta able to open up a gap, 3/10 now. here on lap 102, and Claudio Bardelli Jr. is going to get into this mix and make it interesting. So the 14, he had some trouble earlier on in the race. Battled back. Now the leader here on lap 103. Chesmore throwing that Chevy in the turn. Trying to get underneath the 14. 14 opens up a 0.3 of a second. Now closing in on 0.4. Chesmore still trying to give it a shot. Arthur Vieira, the 14 truck. Chesmore now has to contend, I think, with Claudio Bardelli Jr. Those guys have had a pretty spirited battle here tonight. Well, maybe not. The 14. Maybe the 00 backed off there a little bit. Man, as quickly as Lee looked away from the screen, that has changed. Chesmore back in the hunt here. Three-way battle here for the lead. Bardelli Jr. in this mix. Vieira the leader. The 00, Dan Chesmore sandwiched in between the two Brazilians. Oh, the 00 up the track. Bardelli Jr. slips through. Now up to the second position. Wow, Arthur Vieira likes what he sees out of the back of his truck. Now they got that settled. Now he's got to contend with Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 19. Dan Chesmore in third. Ben Silva fourth. Sean Jacobs in the fifth position. My heavens, man. Vieira able to breathe here for just a second. Taking a breath. Little bit of gap there now. Man, that thing tightened up in a hurry. That thing tightened up in a hurry. And now it looks like Bardelli Jr. opened a little gap there on Chesmore. Chesmore gave it a heck of an effort. Go back here and see how that tightened up. And I think Vieira might have scrubbed off some speed. And that thing changed in a hurry, man. Wow. What a great battle there. Arthur Vieira into 14. Here on lap 108. Across the start-finish line, we'll have 2 to go. Vieira, Bardelli Jr., Chesmore, Silva, and Jacobs rounding out the top 5. Right now, it looks like a battle between Vieira and Bardelli Jr. for the win. Chesmore and Silva starting to heat up. 2 laps to go. Great racing here. Great clean racing by some cagey veterans. That Chesmore Silva battle there for P3. Chesmore looks like he's pretty comfortable there in the third position. One lap to go for... I don't know where we're looking at team data. One lap to go here for Arthur Vieira. Can he hold off Claudio Bardelli Jr.? The 14 truck, Arthur Vieira, bouncing back from an early race incident. Oh, Bardelli Jr. slamming the wall, but Arthur Vieira going to come across the line to win this race. Battling back from an earlier little trouble early in the race, but the 14 bringing home the victory. What a race there for the 14 truck, man. Perseverance right there. Hopefully he's going to put himself in a good spot that I can get a nice screenshot here. So congratulations as Bardelli Jr. gives him a little bit of a flavorful. And wow, what a great job there by Arthur Vieira. You get a little bit of damage there on that 14 truck, but he gets it. And congratulations to him. Man, what a heck of a run by the 14 of bouncing back and getting up to that up to the front to win that race. What a fantastic battle there. Man, I'll tell you what, that was a clinic right there by Arctic Jet on how to be patient, not panic when you get into early race trouble, and you come away with the race victory. That was an absolute clinic right there. What a great job for Vieira. Bardelli Jr. and Chesmore, Silva, Jacobs, those guys all ran great race there, especially that front three, man. What a fantastic race to watch from those guys. Let's take a look at the final results. Arctic Vieira gets a win. Claudio Bardelli Jr. finishes second. Dead Chesmore third. Benor Silva finishes in at fourth position. Sean Jacobs rounding out the top five. Gordon Carter, good run there for him, finishes in P6. Julio Caligari battles for a seventh place finish. Givaldo Spindler finishes eighth. Flavio Arujo finishes in ninth. Silvio Cividini finishes in the 10th position. Finishing in 11th will be Gelson Neto, and John Stanley finishes in, 12th is Gelson Neto. John Stanley finishes in the 13th position. So what a great race there. I know some guys will probably have a little bit different view of that, but fantastic run there by those guys. And of course we know that Vieira doesn't do race interviews, so we'll put him up here as a winner. He's got a few scratches on that truck right there. The 14 truck in victory lane, so great job to Artur Vieira on getting another win here at High Octane Racing League. Great job there for him. Pretty fantastic run. That was a heck of a battle there between he, Chesmore, Bardelli, Benor Silva was there too. That four-way battle really shaped out to be a very interesting one to watch, man. These trucks are a lot of fun. These guys really get after it and do a great job. An exciting race to broadcast to you tonight. You know, tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostUSA.com. If you're interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. Rock solid connection tonight. The guys racing from Brazil. We get guys racing from all over the world. The other side of the pond, man, we got people from Indonesia that race with us. Have solid connections. Don't forget some WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, and shared web hosting, also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. Bushwhacker Series will be in action coming up on November the 3rd. It's race number 4 of the season. It's Phoenix Raceway. 120 laps. Maybe it'll be as interesting as what we just saw in the Truck Series. I hope so. I had a lot of fun broadcasting that. Maybe I'll be broadcasting this. You never know, man. So hopefully coming up live here on TurnLeftTV. That's Friday, this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then coming up on Saturday, 2 p.m., we'll be at Indy Road Course. That's right, Indy Road Course. For the High Octane Racing League GT3 Series. We'll take a look at the schedule here in the Tough Trucks. Next week, we'll be at Charlotte. You don't want to miss it, man. That track is a lot of fun, and that's a 100-lap race. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Oh, boy, Charlotte, baby. I tell you what, man, I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV tonight. Wow, what a fun race to broadcast, a fun race to watch, whether you're watching it live or on replay. What a heck of a race. Don't forget, man, you can also hit that thumbs up button. Get this video out there for people to see. They want to watch this race. This is a fantastic one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Always looking for some more subs. And smash the bell. You'll get updates when races are going live here at Thanks to all those folks who come out and watch the races. All those folks who have subscribed to the to the YouTube channel and stick with us here at TurnLeftTV. I love doing this stuff, and I appreciate you being here. Getting a little bit of chat going on here. Givaldo chatting it up tonight, so good to see Givaldo in here giving us the play-by-play after race, I guess. So good to see him. Archer said recently operated. What? Operated on? What? Oh no, hope he's okay. Hope Archer's okay. Recently operated on. So congratulations to him. Thanks to Givaldo for letting us know. We'll definitely send our well wishes to him. And thanks for coming out and racing with us tonight. And hopefully we'll see you on Friday. Well, that's going to do it for me here on TurnLeftTV. I appreciate you being here tonight. And you know what that means? That means I am out of here.